Love where you live and play with Lindsay Management. Affordable apartments and golf memberships at 9 and 18-hole courses. Buying or selling? Trust Lindsay and Associates. Serving the community for over 50 years. Lindsay, #1 in apartments, golf, and real estate.
Want to run faster, jump higher, move with more power? The Sports Recovery and Development Program at Bridges Therapy Group builds speed, strength, agility, and endurance while correcting movement issues that can cause injury. Give your athlete the edge. Schedule an assessment today at srdathlete.com.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and
just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
We told them the beautiful thing about controlling your own destiny is you truly control your own destiny. You win, you take care of business.
We look ahead to two of the biggest games around the state as the regular season comes to a close Friday night. It is Thursday, November 6th, and this is Varsity Vibe Today. Welcome into Varsity Vibe Today on this Thursday. I'm your host, Alyssa Orange. Great to be with you. And let's get to it, our Lewis Automotive opening drive. And I mentioned we were going to talk football, and we will. But I want to focus on the fact that basketball season is right around the corner. And for Bentonville and Bentonville West, they gave their fans an opportunity to see the teams for the very first time on Tuesday afternoon. A lot of hype and excitement around the teams, not just at Bentonville and Bentonville West, but a lot of teams in our area and around the state as basketball gets going. We were able to catch up with Bentonville boys head coach Kyle Pennington and girls assistant coach Javita Thrasher afterwards.
I think, again, a good basketball team that's going to play fast in transition, going to pressure defensively. I think we're going to play really hard. And so I like what I saw tonight. Again, it's an all-star game type feel in these things. So, main thing for us is we don't get anybody hurt in a situation like this, and we're ready to go. So we're looking forward to our benefit game this Saturday at Little Rock Central, and get a good test down there and get us ready.
I think both teams play with a lot of energy, which is what you would expect this year. I think we're going to push the ball, we're going to play fast, be physical, and it's going to be a fun team to watch, and they've been working hard, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Bentonville West also showing off their 25-26 squad. Here's head coach Trent Lloyd.
We're going to be able to score the basketball at a high rate because we have a lot of dudes with high IQ, a lot of guys that know how to play the game, get each other open, and when we play together, we can do special things. So we're excited of the direction we're heading right now. As far as 1st of November goes, we're in a good spot.
So excited with basketball season right around the corner. But speaking of Bentonville and Bentonville West, these two teams going to meet on the gridiron on Friday night. And earlier in the week, we heard from West head coach Brian Pratt, got an opportunity to talk to Bentonville head coach Jody Grant, who, looking into Friday, not only does this team want to see if they can win the regular season, end it with an undefeated season, but also set themselves up for another state title run. Of course, they fell in that championship game last year to Bryant, trying to see if they can change things this season. Obviously, West wants to set themselves up as best as possible as well. Here's head coach Jody Grant.
I think probably the neatest thing for me as a coach is just to watch their growth and development in what it's like to prepare each week, not get caught up in what you did last week, not worry about what's next week, to focus on the now. And that's something they've heard me talk about a lot. And really, to me, they've gotten better each week. I've seen weeks look better than other weeks in a sense of like just their attention to detail and their focus and their extra work. But this team's really grown in that area, and it's shown as we've kind of been playing better down the stretch.
How do you make this game on Friday, not bigger than it is, and get the guys to focus just on themselves and the execution that would bring you guys success?
For us, we don't make a game bigger than it is. It's a football game on a Friday night versus a good team, and we've done this before. When you start making games, bigger than the last or bigger than the next or whatever, then it adds unnecessary emotions within the game. And so, we've nothing's looked different in our preparation as far as because of who we're playing or that what we're playing for and all this stuff. We've just went about our business, and we really just focus on us, and we do that regardless of who we're playing, and that's kind of been a formula that's worked for us.
And so do you not talk about scenarios? It's just really, you guys know if you go out there and win, you take care of your own destiny.
We haven't even mentioned a scenario to them yet. We told them the beautiful thing about controlling your own destiny is you truly control your own destiny. You win, you take care of business. I said, if we have to start figuring out all that stuff, we let other people figure that out. We just try to take care of business on our end.
With the postseason kind of looming a week or so away, is there an extra excitement? Do you feel an extra excitement? Maybe a little bit of a pep in their step this week?
I do. I think it's because we are getting close to the postseason and the excitement that comes with that, and and the understanding that you're getting close to the point where you're potentially playing for some of these seniors and some of these guys. It could be their last football game ever, and for some of them it's their last game of their junior year, whatever. And this is a team that cares a lot about each other. We have a culture here of we're a close football family, and so we want to soak up every minute we have together. So I see it in practice. I see it in our film studies. I see it in our meetings. It's really been good to watch.
That game at West at 7 p.m. on Friday. And another big game happening around the state, Bryant and Conway. We're going to head to Central Arkansas and hear from the Wampus Cats head coach, Buck James, after this.
Club Car Wash is the best place to get your ride game day ready. From convenient locations to free towels and vacuums, it only takes a few minutes to have your car looking great. With locations throughout the state and membership starting at just $22 a month. Revive your ride at Club Car Wash.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters. drivedsi.com.
The Everett difference means we are committed to giving back to the communities we serve.
When I think of Everett, I think of them more than just a car dealership.
Everett's involvement in the community is phenomenal. I see it in the police and fire department. I see it in the Boys and Girls Club.
They're just constantly giving back to the community that helped build them.
I would recommend them first, always. We are grateful for the opportunity to serve. Discover the Everett difference for yourself.
The Bryant Hornets continue to roll this season. They look like a complete team. They continue to dominate their opponents, and it's going to be really hard to see who could take them down. But on Friday night, Conway's going to get an opportunity. And when I spoke with head coach Buck James, he says if we can play well, we've got an opportunity to do something special on Friday night.
Well, and everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the mouth. And, that's what we've got to prepare our guys for. And, Bryant's a very physical football team. They're a very veteran football team. They're, they expect to be here. This is just old hat for Bryant. And we've got to go and raise our level of play. We don't have to be better than Bryant all year long. We just got to be better Friday night. And, and that sounds like coaching cliches and all that stuff. But, if we go out there and play football and they don't play their best football, we got a chance to win. And, but if they go out there and play their best and we play our best, it's going to be a good game. And it's going to be really exciting for the fans because there's some good football players out there. There's some very talented young men. And, it'd be a great high school atmosphere. It'd be a great place to watch a high school football game Friday night in Conway.
Yeah, and it's at home. How excited is this team? Just have you felt a little bit of a different energy this week because of Friday night?
Well, a little bit. I saw more after the game Friday night knowing that we were going to get a chance to play in it. And I think in the weight room, I see it because the music's blaring and, everybody's getting into that. I can see it there. But when we get out on the practice field, it's just sort of work as usual. I mean, it's a blue-collar atmosphere. Everybody's out there trying to, grasp the plays and what we got to do to be able to execute our offense and defense against those guys.
Mm-hmm. When you look ahead, I don't want to jump ahead necessarily to the playoffs, but to set you guys into a position to have some success and to make a run in the playoffs. Is there like a recipe for success when it comes to the postseason, when it's very much you win to advance, you lose and go home kind of mentality?
Well, you got to want to play. This time of year, I mean, it's not just for everybody. I mean, it's like you said, we really started this back in spring football. And, you talk about all the weeks, all the push-ups, all the setups, all the squats, all the bench press, all the practices, the thrown balls, the caught balls, the missed balls, the made blocks, missed blocks. There's all kinds of things that happen. And, you want it to be routine. You want to wash, rinse, repeat, and you want that to happen. But you've got to be able to know when to back off, get them fresh, let them go and play. Pressure in high school sports, especially with all the media and all the social media that goes on along with it. Everybody's reaching for the stars. And, at the end of the day, there's going to be one winner. And the rest of us are going to be playing for second. And, you've got to go out there and play your best football. And a lot of times you see teams peak at the playoff time and play. I've been to the finals as a 2, a 3, and a 4 seed. So, there's not anything that's concrete by, winning your conference or coming in second in your conference. It's really how you play in those playoff games. And, you look at you can sit there and say, well, this conference is stronger than this conference and this team's better than this team. When you get out there and play, it just sort of settles itself.
High school football fans, in store for a good one at Conway on Friday night. That is going to do it for our Varsity Vibe today on this Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us. And remember to follow along on our social media platforms. That is X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, as well as subscribe to the podcast and to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, sign up for our newsletter at varsityvibearkansas.com. A special thank you to our sponsors, Lewis Automotive, Lindsay, Bridges Therapy, Quick Turf, Everett Chevrolet, DSI Trucking, and L&L Metal Fabrication. I'll see you tomorrow. At L&L Metal Fabrication, strength isn't just in the steel, it's in the craftsmanship, precision, and trust we bring to every project. From small custom jobs to big industrial projects, our team has the experience and equipment to get it done right and built to last. Whether you're building, repairing, or designing something new, we'll help turn your vision into reality. Call L&L Metal Fabrication today at 479-361-9640 or visit llmetalfab.com. L&L Metal Fabrication. Custom craft built to last. Quick Turf is the go-to team for building championship-level sports facilities for public schools, private schools, and the entire school district. They also install beautiful backyard putting greens for homeowners. Known for lifelike, eco-friendly turf, Quick Turf handles everything from design and lighting to drainage and final landscaping. Their all-in-one approach delivers high-performance surfaces for athletes and low-maintenance greens that last for years. With preventative maintenance programs, they keep every field and green looking game day ready. Schedule a free consultation today at quickturf.com. That's QIKturf.com.